How's everybody doing?
Great.
Russ, did you know at the time of the coin flip that you may have just won the game with the overtime coin flip?
Yeah, that was huge. Gino was the man of the night. And winning that coin toss, we felt great about it, and feel like we could find a way to win the game. And guys made some clutch plays. DK came up big there at the end there. And then Hollister, man, just showed up. That was sweet. It was a tough battle hall game, back and forth, and we found a way to win.
Tails never fails. That's not true.
What did he go for? You go ahead.
He went heads.
Yeah. Well, I'm glad he went heads then right there.
You just mentioned Hollister. I mean, for a guy who spent part of this year on the practice squad to have 2 touchdowns, including a game winner, just how fun is it to celebrate with a guy like that?
I've gotten to know Jake. We spent a lot of time together over the past, several weeks here. Just Bible studies and different stuff, and just getting to know him off the field. And he's just then on the field, he just works his tail off. So it's been amazing just watching his work ethic. To be honest with you, I think him coming from the Patriots, to be honest with you, was really, I think he had a championship focus and a championship way of preparing himself, and that hasn't wavered at all, no matter what the circumstances. And he was great during training camp. He was great, all season, and then he got his opportunity. Unfortunately, some guys went down in dis and everything else, and he stepped up to the challenge, and he's been great.
Could you take us through that last touchdown to him?
Yeah, without saying too much, basically, he raced across the field. It was pretty sweet just how he leveraged the guy and beat him across the field. And as soon as it opened up, just bang, it was like a touchdown. And I think your eyes light up and say, there it is. And he made a great catch and get in the end zone, so it was sweet. And then just celebrating at the end, it was just so much fun, and we lifted him up. It was pretty cool.
After the field goal misses that could have won the game, how hard is it to rally everybody, from the disappointment?
Well, obviously it's disappointing when we miss those opportunities, but it wasn't just that. There's so many other opportunities that we could have had throughout the game, and I think the thing is it's not difficult for us to be able to stay neutral, to stay focused on the mission. What is this real situation? What's the truth of it? Okay, we got to hopefully win this coin toss. Hopefully we get the ball. Sure enough, we got that situation. We had to be big on third down when we did. DK makes a great catch. Boom, boom, boom. Next thing you know, we're in the red zone, touchdown, game over. So that's the truth. That's the reality of the situation. You can't go anywhere else because you don't have enough time to. And I think that's been great for us. We've been unwavering in our belief, unwavering in our language and staying neutral in what we want to be able to do.
What opportunities open up against man coverage for this offense?
Well, I think that we've been great all year in different circumstances, different coverages, and really recognizing what the defense is trying to do. And guys have just been getting open, making plays. I mean, just tremendous catches. Tyler had a tremendous day today. Just guy's one of the best receivers in the league. Then you think about DK Metcalf, his big time catch racing across the field. Nobody's going to catch him when he catches the football like that. And then his big catch down there too as well. And then there's so many. We want to be versatile, getting the ball to different guys. We want to be able to diversify the football. And that's what we've been able to do.
What do you make of what DK did today, particularly in the fourth quarter and overtime?
Well, he was clutch. He was lights out. Told me, "Hey, be ready. You may help us win the game." And sure enough, he did. He was just lights out. I mean, just his tough catches, great speed, great acceleration, just running away from guys. He's been a star for us all year so far, and hopefully we get to keep it that way.
The size and speed is obvious with him, but Pete Carroll talked about how atypical he is as a rookie in terms of all the other stuff. Just how impressive you've been with the way he prepares and his football knowledge and all that.
Well, he's been playing like a Pro Bowl player. I think the thing about DK is he's been very focused on just preparing, very focused on just. He sits right next to me in post practice, and we take notes, and everybody else is right there. We're all communicating. All the receivers have done a tremendous job, from David Moore to JB to Malik, Tyler. Obviously, Tyler's been in the system for a while. All those guys have been stepped up, even to the guys on the practice squad. They just have been really in tune with what we're trying to do, and just hopefully week to week we keep elevating and keep making plays. And DK, in terms of the rookies, he's definitely leading the charge in the sense of his approach to the game. And that's not something that you just get. It's something that you have. It's something that you believe in. It's something that you work at. It's something that you prepare for. And he's been tremendous with that.
We've talked a lot about your rapport with Tyler. Does that just keep growing? And is it possible to grow any more? Or,
Yeah, I think we can keep going. There's some things in there we can keep trying to hit and keep making plays. I think Tyler's been special. He makes my job easy. You know, he's really good. He's good as it gets. So he just keeps showing up, keep making play after play. I mean, there's nothing that man can't do. So it's been a blessing just being his friend. It's been a blessing just playing with him, and he's just continued to grow on and off the field. So it's been really cool.
As an offense, you guys basically put together 3 straight game-winning drives, potentially back-to-back there at the end of the game. The boost in confidence, the thrill that gives you guys, how big is that?
Well, like I said a little bit earlier, I think that we've been able to do it all year. I think for us to be able to go down the field, let's go win the game. What's the circumstances? What's the situation? Let's go do it. You know, and I think that confidence, that unwavering belief, it's real. And just the language that we talk about and the things how we say it and how we go about it, it's real. And so I think that and teams know it too. I think teams, you know, feel it a little bit, to be honest with you. And it's a good thing that we're finding ways to win. There's so much more to do, though. You know, we haven't really done anything yet in our opinions. We got a lot more to do.
Your thoughts on adding Josh Gordon to the mix?
Well, Josh has been a tremendous receiver. You know, I think it's going to be just great having him into the group that we already have. We have so many great receivers already. And so we're excited to, you know, get him here this week. I'm sure he'll do a great job. He'll prepare. He's always, you know, supposedly prepared great and everything else. So it's exciting to have him in our group, and we're looking forward to that opportunity.
You know him at all?
Yeah, I've known Josh for a few years. So we've gotten to know each other over the years.
What about this culture would be a fit for him?
Well, I think the thing about this culture that's a fit for anyone, to be honest with you, is just that we're all in it together. You know, we're all in it together. We really believe that in each other. We really believe in supporting one another. Coach Carroll does a tremendous job being consistent every day. Have a great just team, from the strength coaches to the training room staff to the equipment guys to just Mo Kelly's one of the all-stars of the Seattle Seahawks. And to be honest with you, we have so many amazing people. The guys, just the locker room is so tight-knit, and just everybody's so close together. So I think that's going to be a great asset for any player, to be honest with you.
Your early thoughts on a Monday night game in San Francisco?
Not yet. I'm going to celebrate this with the guys and celebrate that. And I think for us, just get back to work this week and get ready to roll.
Anything else?
Thank you, guys. Go Hawks.
How's everybody doing?
How are you doing?
I see a lot of smiley faces, so seems like everything went great today.
Well, you're smiling. How did things go for you?
Things went great for me, man. I felt free when I went out there, you know, played for God. I wanted to dedicate this game to my great-grandma. And, you know, I lived with her my whole life, so I called her, told her that before the game, and got the chance to call her after the game and told her, I was like, that one was for you. So it was just one of those amazing experiences for me. Like, that's one of the things Coach Snyder used to tell us every day at Kansas State. Was like, dedicate this game to somebody, dedicate this game to somebody. And I kind of like got away from that, you know, so I wanted to kind of get back into that. And today I dedicated it to my Mimi.
What's her name and where does she live?
I can't tell you all that. Lois. Yeah.
And she lives in?
Oklahoma, Tulsa.
Okay.
That's all I could give you.
That's it.
What worked today against man coverage? Seemed like they went man almost the whole game.
I mean, we had a lot of good plays. We were preparing ourselves to be able to go against man-to-man, and Shadi and Russ did a great job in getting us in positions to be able to win. Obviously, when it's man-to-man, it's one-on-one. You got to be able to figure out how to win. You got to know the defense's tendencies. You got to know how they play, what it is that they're trying to do, what type of leverage that they're playing. And the more and more that we kind of figured them out throughout the game, we were able to take advantage of that, especially towards the end of the game. When you've seen plays like David come across the field, you've seen DK, you've seen a lot of great plays when we just went against man-to-man, and they never changed it up too much. So we just stick to our game plan.
That looked like the most you've seen this year, was it? The most man coverage you've seen?
Yeah, I think it was probably the most man coverage that we've seen all game. And, I mean, that's the thing. Like, even last week, we experienced a lot of man, and they switched it up. The week before that, we experienced a lot of man, and they switched it up. So I think, like, the last 3 weeks, that's what we've been facing. And so maybe that's something in our offense that teams feel like they could take advantage of. And for us, if we ever get man-to-man, we have to be able to show them that we can beat man-to-man as well. You can't just play zone against us and think that you're going to win. And so, like, whatever they do, we have to be able to take advantage of it. And I think today we did a great job in taking advantage of it and showing that we could beat man-to-man coverage.
Particularly that last drive of regulation, just 46 seconds left. Were you surprised they stuck with so much man there, with you guys needing a field goal to just?
No, not really, because sometimes it worked for them. You know, there was times where it did work for them, and they were able to get to Russell real fast, especially with their D-line. So I think that they just trusted that their D-line can be able to get to him as fast as possible, and they could be able to guard us, especially for the underneath stuff. I just think that our offensive line did a tremendous job in being able to protect Russell, allowing him to find voids, allowing him to be able to scramble if needed. And the thing is, when it's man-to-man coverage, once you get past the front seven, there's really nobody back there.
What is your confidence level in Russ when you guys, get the help for one of those potential game-winning drives?
I mean, we don't even think about it anymore. Like, I mean, when it comes to just being able to do it, like, you just got to make it happen. We see it every single day. Like I said, we do walkthrough, and every single day we go down, we score, we act like we've been there before. The coaches take us through so many different drills. And we got 1 timeout, we have 2 timeouts, we have 3 timeouts. Okay, it's 4-minute offense. We got to keep the ball. What plays are we going to run if we're up? What plays are we going to run if we're down? We have 42, 44 seconds left going into this game, 1 timeout. We know that we got to get out of bounds. We know that when we catch the ball, we don't need to get upfield and do all that other stuff. Just get what you can get, go out of bounds. So I think it really goes with, like, the intellect of the game, being able to have a high IQ. And I think Russ helps us with that. The coaches help us with that. And just a lot of the guys just being able to know football and being able to know, like, this is what we got to do. And we did a good job getting it down there.
In what areas have you seen DK grow the most here as a rookie?
Man, I've seen him grow in every area, man. I think the biggest thing is he understands leverage. He understands who's guarding him. And when we need him, when we need him to make a big-time play, he's always there. And that's the biggest thing. Is like everybody does their job, and that's all that you can ask. Nobody worries about who gets the most catches, who gets the most touches, who gets the most yards. It's all about what can we do to help each other win. And I think it says a lot about our receiver room is because we love one another. And when you love each other, like, it allows you to, like, go the extra mile for each other. And I think that's what you see with us. We're all happy. We're all excited. We don't care who gets the credit. We don't care who gets the shine. We just want to be able to be great together, because that's what football is about. Not only celebrating with everybody that's watching us, but being able to celebrate it with one another. It makes being in this business so much more easier when you just start having fun.
Feels like Brian Schottenheimer's pretty dialed in terms of calling plays today. I mean, do you feel like he's done a good job this year of getting you guys in positions to be successful?
Yeah, I think he's definitely done. I think every game we all grow. We all grow together. We all have to understand one another, understand kind of how we're thinking. He understands the things that we see on the field, and he knows that if we ever come to him and tell him, like, these are the things that's going on, he can be able to go back and check with the little Surface Pro, being able to look and see if, people are actually right. But at the end of the day, like, we trust that he's going to make the best play call. And we trust that him and Russ is going to put us in the best position possible to be able to win. And I think that it showed today. And no matter what happens, no matter what the outcome is, we're always going to trust those 2 people.
How would you assess your chemistry with Russ? Once again, it seemed on another level today.
I mean, I just think chemistry comes with just believing in one another and just having confidence in each other and having confidence in yourself. I think the best part about it is the more that you understand somebody's mindset, the more that you understand what it is that they're looking for, but also you dive deeper. Like, one of the things that I'm starting to learn now is, like, after the play is over, what are the other routes doing around me? Like, where would the scramble drills happen? And now you start to be able to try to take your game to another level intellectually. Start trying to figure out, like, okay, like, I can't go here because we got a post behind it. I can't do this because it's a dagger behind me. And so the more and more that you just start, like, learning in football, the more that you can be able to grow in an area and take it to another level. Like, me and him was on the same page. I just dropped it. You know what I mean? But it was a great throw and everything. It was just kind of like, oh, like, he saw what I was seeing. I just dropped it. But the biggest thing is, it's going to be plays where I do drop it. It's going to be plays where we don't catch it. But at the end of the day, you just got to keep on playing, because, like, for me, I look at it like whatever God has for you, he has for you. Like, I wanted that catch so bad, and I dropped it, but then I scored the second touchdown, and I was like, wow, like, God's plan's way better than mine, so forget my plans. Like, that's literally how I thought about it. And so I just stopped worrying about, like, what could happen, what might happen. And it's just like, man, let's just go out here and make it happen.
Have you had a chance to talk to Josh Gordon yet? And what do you think about him joining the team?
I haven't got to talk to him yet. I think we're going to see him on Tuesday. We got Monday off. But I'm looking forward to it, man. I think he's going to fit in perfectly. We have a great set of receivers, great different personalities. But the thing about it is it's all about being able to have fun and being able to bring him in. There's going to be a lot of stuff that he could teach us. There's going to be a lot of stuff that we could teach him. But we're going to bring him in as if he's been here the whole entire time. And we're going to walk with him, and we're going to love him throughout everything. I think he's going to be a tremendous fit in our offense. I think we can have him do a lot of great things. And I'm just excited to see what it is that we're going to have him do and what it is that how he's going to be able to help us on this team.
Everybody talks about Wilson's ability to extend plays with his feet. Is it more important he keeps his eyes downfield the whole time?
Oh, yeah, because you got to think about the people that's chasing him. You know, people that's chasing him, it's easy for somebody to just say, I'm out. I'm about to just run. I'm about to go get the first down. But the fact that he still looks down the field, the fact that he knows that certain people are going to be in certain places based off of if somebody is like chasing him from behind, he's able to dish it off. He's able to throw it away when nobody is open. And those are the things that you like in a quarterback because he knows how not to take sacks. He knows when to extend plays, when a play is dead, and when not to even overtry. And I think that just comes with experience. That just comes with being able to play and a maturity level in the game. And, I'm glad he's my quarterback.
After Jason misses the field goal and you go to overtime, I guess what was the, did you guys have to get on the sidelines and kind of reset a little bit, or was it just kind of move on?
No, things happen. At the end of the day, we got his back. That wasn't the pivotal moment in the game. There was things that we did on offense where we gave things away. There was things that we did on defense that gave things away. And so just like any brother, like I said, we love our brothers. We got your back. Don't worry about it. We're going to make it happen. And they kicked. Gino wanted us to toss. I think he called heads, and so we got it. I think it was like a 10-play drive, 75 yards. And that's something that a lot of people don't see. They don't see us go 10 drives down there. We converted on third downs, some things that we struggle with throughout the whole entire year. And I think that's when you just see the growth. It was a suspenseful game. Anything could have happened. Everybody seen it. Everybody was out there, but we just stayed true to it. And you can't win the game in the first 3 quarters. Today you can win the game in the 4th quarter, but we won the game in overtime, and we did whatever we had to do to be able to pull it out, to be able to win. And all we can do is just be thankful for the victory and move on and get ready for the next week.
Just catching him. That was a huge, big-time play. The only time I saw Tyrann Mathieu do that his rookie year and catch Jared Cook. I just wish we'd have got the damn ball. It was a great play by him, but we don't recover the ball. Ball bounced out of bounds.
Coach Shoddy saw that they were playing off, so just ran a double move. And, Russ put it in the perfect spot.
Yeah,
I made a play.
Went back and hit one of the guys on the back. That was huge, but I think that was the one we held him to 3.
Your rapport with Russ just seems to be growing by the game. Do you feel that too?
Yes, sir. He's trusting me.
I can't be more proud of our guys. To have the injuries that we had
it just translates
at the last second, and then to go out there and take this team to overtime, and this is a hell of a football team. I think it speaks volumes about our guys.
I had one of Bucks DBs.
A player too. We're just a player too, and we went last week. We won this week. But at one time, I don't think we had 6 rookies on defense, a couple snaps. And it's like,
never worry whether our offense or defense is out there.
It's a team game, but how good do you feel in terms of contributing to overall the team and winning a game like this?
No, they're pissed.
I'm just fitting in wherever the team needs me.
2 weeks in a row. And they worked hard.
Whether that's blocking or catching the ball, I'm just fitting in.
Can you walk us through your touchdown catch?
They're trying to double Tyler, and we caught a little crossing route, and I beat my man. Russ put in the perfect spot again, and just scored.
The catches Tyler seems to make every week, for a guy his size to make those catches, how impressive is the way he can make contested catches?
After the Atlanta game, nothing surprises me, that he does now. He's a small guy, but he plays like, he's 6'4", 6'3" out there. I saw he tried to truck somebody earlier during the game, so, I'm just happy, I got a mentor like him.
Can I ask you a question? Out of curiosity, was it after the game that one of the Bucs DBs said, hey, you're lucky you got a guy like Wilson?
Yeah.
You remember who it was?
I'm sorry, what?
You remember who it was? You remember which
26.
Bucs?
No, 26. Yeah.
Do you feel lucky to have a quarterback like Russ?
I'm blessed. I'm blessed to have a quarterback like Russ. Blessed to just be in this organization.
Double teams on Lockett changed things for you.
We got to win our one-on-ones, whether it's me or any other receiver. If they're stacking the box for Chris and doubling Ty, we just got to step up and just do our job and make plays.
Jay, have you had a chance to meet Josh Gordon yet? And what do you know about him?
Haven't had a chance to meet him yet, but he's a big physical receiver. Happy that he's a part of this organization. Just trying to learn as much as I can.
How aware are you with that last drive of regulation? You get a couple catches, got out of bounds on both of them. I mean, the first time when you catch the ball, you're trying to make a guy miss and get yards, but is it going through your mind like I got to get out of bounds?
We practice 2 minutes every day at practice, so it's just going back to practice for me.
Bird. Well, that was a really cool football game. It was hard, and it was a challenge throughout the game because we weren't ahead for a long time to just stay in it, keep banging, and keep believing that we could do things right long enough to win a football game. And that lesson took us all the way to regulation. Great drive to get down there, get the field goal set up, and kick it, and we don't make it. And then we got to go flip a coin and do it again. And thanks to Gino winning the toss out there, we had a chance to win the game right there, and an incredibly beautiful job going 10 plays, 75 yards to win the football game. It just feels like we had a chance to win it twice. But so the lessons that come out of this, the value of a game like this is so important. Okay, we know OT. These guys, young guys, know what OT is like. Continuing to believe and continue to hang in there, and talking the talk that's necessary at the time is so important because we're going to need it again. We're going to need it. It's going to happen again. We're going to be in close games again. But we're getting ready. We're getting ready for those games. And with Russell back there, it don't matter. You got a chance. You got a chance no matter what's going on. He played phenomenal football today. The calls that he had to make, the adjustments that he made, the throws. Just the variety of things that we threw today, that was available to us, and we went after it. It was an array of passes and concepts and principles. It was really, really exciting to see our guys pull all that together. We ran the football some against the best rushing defense in the NFL. Of course, we had a big run by Chris. That was huge, but Tyler Lockett is ridiculous. He's so good. 13 catches today, and a lot of tough things, and all again a variety of things that he did. The touchdown passes too, but just an amazing player that he is. Just continues to be just marvelous to watch. And so we're fortunate. We're all fortunate to be watching these guys. These guys are good football players, and they're playing their hearts out for you. And really excited about getting it done. It's hard, and Bruce is a good coach, man. He's had some success here. And I told him it's about time we got him. But he deserves that. He deserves it. He's done a lot of good stuff here. There's a lot of other things on the other side of it you guys asked questions about. But I want to say this, that, our kicker, Jason Myers, he's our kicker. And it didn't go right today for him. But it's going to. And so we're counting on him to come right back next week and kick the winners and do all the things we need to do. He's got a magnificent talent, and today it got hard and it didn't work out right. So, but we won anyway, and our guys won for him, and they all said that in the locker room. They cared about him. They got his back, and it couldn't have been more clear about guys coming together for one of their own. So that was a really good game, man. I love that one. What do you want to know?
What about DK in overtime in the fourth quarter, just catches he was making down the street?
Yeah, a great catch down the sidelines, man. I didn't know what happened. I was waiting for the flag, and it was a terrific catch. And DK played great today. This is his best game he's had. When he catches the ball in the cross route, he's gone. And that was really exciting to see that. He's going to be a big factor. We're going down the stretch here.
Jacob Hollister, is that what you saw when you traded for him?
Exactly. Jake had a good game today. Golly. Luke got banged up a little bit. He had to play quite a bit more. He came through 2 big touchdown passes. Of course, he gets the game winner. Kind of a walk-off, and just really proud of him. He's a good ball player, and he's doing a really nice job for us across the board. Obviously, you can see him run and catch, and he's also working hard on his blocking, and he's a very good special teams player, too. So that was what we hoped he would be able to be a factor like this, and he's coming through.
What did you see out of your defense today?
We struggled. We struggled quite a bit. We thought we would find more ways to get to the quarterback. We only got him a couple times, crucial times, big plays when we got him. But no, we knew that they would throw and catch the ball. We knew they could do that. They got terrific players, and they really chuck it down the field, and they take their chances at it. We thought we would make more plays on the ball as well. So the running game was nothing, for us today. That was not the issue. It was really just covering them or pressuring them, and that we didn't get enough of it.
When they started doubling Tyler, what opportunities did that open up for you guys?
Yeah, well, it was. They didn't double them as much as you might think, but they did. They really continued to play man-to-man on us, and we were hoping that was going to happen in this day. And we took advantage of our, like I said, the concepts that gave us a chance. You saw a lot of crossing routes today, and a lot of good stuff that happened for us that we had hoped would work. But you saw it. Jake got the ball, and Russ found some guys to check the ball down to, and DK had a big day. So that's kind of what we would expect would happen.
How important is it to see for DK in the last drive of regulation, the presence of mind to get out of bounds, and then the body control on the back shoulder throw?
He just continues to do things really well. People that doubted that he would be a good football player might wonder, is that just lucky or whatever? He's got the presence of mind. He's a real competitor. He's the real deal. And we've been around enough young guys. We know what they're like when they come through the process. And he's not typical. He's atypical. He's well ahead of the curve in his smarts and awareness and savvy. You saw it, and that's I'm glad you pointed that out, because that's the guy that we got on our team, and he's gonna have a big year as we finish this up.
Sorry.
Go.
When you talk about struggling on defense, if you look back at Atlanta, at the defensive performance there, are you seeing some patterns emerge, or are they different?
Well, first half was great, First half was great, and yeah, but it did. They were throwing and catching it in both those games, yeah, in this one and in the second half of that game.
Were you surprised Arians didn't go for 2 at the end, knowing him?
No. No, I don't know. I thought that he might. I was watching to see what was going on. I think his confidence in playing here, he thought he could get it done, and he didn't realize that Gino was going to get the flip,
Thoughts on the challenge for looking for offensive pass interference?
Yeah, well, there was like 20 seconds before the 2-minute warning, so I'm out of my challenges, so I just took a shot at it to see what they would say. That was just like one for the books for them to say, we're not going to turn these things over. So that would probably be a kind of a poster type of a play. I didn't think we had a very good chance, but at the time I didn't care. It didn't matter to me to go ahead and take a shot just to see what would happen. We're in the books again on it. There's no doubt what they're doing. They're not going to change these calls, unless it's just really crazy. And the officials are calling it along in accordance with that, I think, too. What I think, and this is just totally just one person's opinion on this, I think the officials have adapted already to the way we're doing it, and they're letting us play more. It's a good thing. I'm not opposed to it. I just think you can kind of sense that, and then there's not as many calls as we were kind of growing accustomed to, when there seemed to be a kind of a plethora of pass interference calls. That's pretty good now.
Is making a point in that instance worth it to lose a timeout that you could have used probably on the last drive, maybe make that field goal closer?
We didn't need it. What else?
Sorry, I kind of linked up, but can you kind of talk about the way Russ and Tyler are playing together and their combination and how they've hooked up all of these, especially in today's?
Yeah, I really can't even explain it, describe it or whatever, other than to just kind of marvel and watch it and have fun watching these guys play the game. They're extraordinary players, and we're so lucky that they kind of grown up together, and the benefit of all that time. The marvelous connection that they have is, it's as good as you can get, and it's just a joy to watch them play and practice and work, and just hope we can have another good game next week.
You mentioned Russ earlier, but when you win that coin toss and you guys have the ball, how confident are you in him in that?
Pretty excited about that now. Yeah, pretty excited about that. Russ has done this so many times, and you can't have a better guy almost in the history of ball doing it, and so we were thrilled that we think we're going down to win. And that's why we make such a big deal about Gino winning the toss.
Shane Green's fumble recovery.
Oh, we should have scored. I don't know. I had to work on our weave or something like that. That was a great play, but I didn't see the play. I know that I was told that Michael Kendricks forced the fumble, and that's the start of the great play, a great one-hopper, and away we go. And what a moment in the stadium. It was awesome. It was so crazy, and I think that's why the 12s come to these games and keep coming back for those kinds of moments, and to enjoy them, and to have a blast. The stadium was awesome today. It was so good down the stretch and the whole time. I mean, they did everything they could possibly do to help us win. It's great.
What do you think of Chris Carson and his day?
I was thrilled for his game. And then, oh, come on, Chris, let's not go here again, and the long run, Chris is supposed to know that they're coming hawking, and it was a great shot by their guy and all that. Ball went out of bounds. Okay, so he escaped out. But the other one, he just went after the guy. And he knows better than when the guy's below you that we don't throw the football in the shoulder into the guy for exactly what could happen. He's done it in years past. We've talked about this for a couple of years. And he just got too jacked up and tried, it's kind of like the head coach throwing a flag when he shouldn't. So, thank you.